Hi, our topic for today, for week 1 in geology, is all about pattern recognition. So I have here a box. You will see it has several numbers. 1, and the opposite side is 6. 4, the opposite side is 3. And on top is the number 5. So if I ask you to predict what do you think is the number below, if you easily recognize it, it is in the form of a cube and a dice. So meaning to say there should be number 2 at the bottom. And that number 2 is an even number. And all even numbers like this one here, like 4 and 6, have a dark background compared to the odd numbers like 5, 1, and 3, which is a lighter background. So this is an example of a pattern recognition and the ability to make a prediction. But this is a very simple pattern. Another deeper level of pattern is that if you add the opposite sides like 3 and 4 adds up to 7. So if you have 1 and the opposite side is 6, it adds up to 7 as well. So if I show you 5, and if all the pattern shows that opposite sides adds up to 7, then you will think that you can predict that there's actually number 2 at the bottom. But as I've said, this is a very simple pattern. I have here another box that shows different level of degree of difficulty. And in this case, you have a name of a girl and a lower right-hand number and an upper left-hand number. So if I try to rotate this, okay, you will see that they all have the same name and upper left-hand number and a lower right-hand number. So if I show this around, you will see it's a complex pattern, but the challenge is for you to predict what name, what are the lower left and upper right hand, lower right hand and upper left hand numbers will be at the bottom of this box, or on the other side that I'm not showing to you, but it is covered in white. So one pattern is, of course, the easy pattern is both opposite sides have the same color. So here you have green, opposite side is green. And here you have brown, and opposite side is brown or purple. So that means if this is orange, the lower part will be orange as well. So that's just an example of one simple prediction. And then the name on opposite sides, as you can see here, you have a girl, Alma, and the opposite side is Alfred, which is a boy. And you have Rob, which is a guy, and the opposite side is a girl, which is Roberta. So if I have Frank here, you can easily say that the hidden part will not only have an orange background, but it will also have a girl's name. So, but the most challenging part is, of course, what is the meaning of this upper left-hand number? Well, you will notice that AL of Alma coincides with AL of Alfred. So that's what it represents, number 2. And here you have Rob, which is 3 here, and you have that same ROB, Rob, in Roberta, which is also 3. So for number 4, you have FRAN, okay? And you should also have the first 4 letters of FRAN on the hidden side. and it should be a girl's name, and so on and so forth. But this is an example of a deeper level of pattern recognition. And the ultimate project here that I have for my student is this very nice hypercube that was made by one of my high school students a long time ago, and she was actually the high school valedictorian. And again, it shows different levels of pattern corresponding to the frequency and wavelength of the colors on the same side. So you have here green, you have purple, you have red or orange, and blue. And what's important is that the wavelength and the frequency of each side with the same color, actually, when you multiply, it will be equivalent to the speed of light. So this is a deeper level pattern. So my challenge for you is to create your own patterns, and using a simple box, using your own idea to create simple patterns that you can make a prediction. Okay, and most of the time I showed you a box, but here is another clever way of showing a pattern using clocks. And this one here is, as you can see, it's not a cube, but it is a dodecahedron, which is one of the mineral forms. Okay, so it's a very complex pattern. So construct a simple, no, not necessarily a simple one, but at least a puzzle, three-dimensional puzzle. I repeat, it's a three-dimensional puzzle. It could be as simple as a cube, it could be a sphere, it could be a cylinder, it could be a pyramid, using a topic of your own. And one favorite topic of my science students is the periodic table. But you can choose any topic you want. So construct it, upload a photo of it, and a brief explanation of your cube puzzle. Now, I have here another project, and hold on a second. Still trying to get it. So what I have here is another puzzle, and it is made from electrical tape and the insides of a toilet paper, the cardboard of a toilet paper tube. And you will notice there are 4 strings. There are 4 strings here, 4 holes and 4 strings at the top and at the bottom. And observe what I will do is, hold on. So there's one protruding string and the rest are inside. But the thing is, if I pull one string, the other one will retract. And if I pull this lower string, that upper string will retract. And if I pull this one here, the other one will retract, and so on and so forth. Even the diagonal. As long as one string is protruding, and if you pull any other string, that other string that is protruding will retract. So I want you to do a drawing or a schematic diagram or a sketch on a piece of paper showing what you think is going on inside. And this is all related to the topic of modeling. As you can see, pattern recognition and modeling are very important in science, and in our case, in geology, because especially in the field of mineral exploration. Before a mineral deposit can be discovered, geologists and field explorers will do a lot of field mapping, geochemical sampling, geophysical testing, and so on and so forth, just to see if they can recognize a pattern, and also to try to see if it can fit any geological models, particularly mineral deposit models. And these patterns and models will guide a mineral explorer to see where the company will drill. And drilling is a very expensive exercise. But the most important part of field exploration and drilling, once you have a model, once you recognize a pattern, is to make a mineral discovery. This is a make or break. As in the career of a geologist, you can either get a good salary increase, the company will retain your services, and you will even get promoted. So your task, as I've said, there are two. Construct a cube puzzle that has at least 3 layers of pattern, and a schematic diagram or a simple sketch of that toilet paper tube that you just observed. The deadline for this is the end of day on Monday, December 9, Philippine time. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.